What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? How you doing today? I hope you're excited because today we got something a little bit different. Today we will be ranking every single Upper Deck product from the worst to the best. Now, a couple things before we get into this list. Number one, this is just my opinion. This is not the correct list. And if your favorite product is low on this list, don't take any offense. This is just my opinion. Your guys' list will surely look a lot different than mine. Another quick thing, guys, if you are brand new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. It's completely free. Change your mind anytime. Drop a like on this video if you enjoyed. Comment down below what your favorite product from Upper Deck is, and yeah, make sure you follow us on Instagram at Arc Sports Cards. And now let's talk about the criteria for this list. So how this is going to work is I went through every single product. Please let me know down in the comments if I missed any products. Parkhurst will not be on this list because that just came out, and every single product we talk about in this video will be the hobby version only. This will not include any retail forms of certain products, so think hobby boxes when we go through this list. So to decide this list, I came up with a criteria of 5 different categories, those being affordability. Is the product affordable? The second being the floor of the product. That means, are you guaranteed good hits in the product, or is it more of a high-end product where you're not really guaranteed much? The third category is the ceiling of the product / the hits. Can you get big cards in this product? Can you get massive hits? The fourth category is design. Do I like the design of the cards? Do I think they're cool? And the fifth one being the market demand / collectability. Is there a strong demand in the market for that product, or is the market lacking and people aren't a big fan of it? So those are the 5 categories I came up with. I'll be assigning each category a scale of 1 to 5. So for example, if I give a 5 for affordability, then that means that product is very affordable. It's cheap. You can pick it up easy. If I give it a 1, that product is very expensive, not easy to access. And I'll total up each category. So say got a 5 for affordability, a 3 for floor, and so on. Then that gives us a total score, and that gave us a list of each product from the worst to the best. I'll be going over each score individually, as well as each category and what I gave that product individually. I also want to say before getting into the list, I took the rookie years out of it, so it doesn't really matter in this list, like if it's a good rookie year or not, if it's a Bedard year, if it's not. It's really just overall, is the product throughout the years affordable? Is the product through the years have a high market demand? Stuff like that. So keep that in mind. And once again, like I said, just the hobby versions, not the retail versions for these products. And yeah, let's kick off our list. So according to this criteria, coming in at number 26 is definitely not my least favorite product. I actually would have probably had this a little bit higher. It is actually the CHL Hobby Box. CHL, it's very mixed bag. I'm going to try and be as quick as possible, brief explanation, and then move on because I don't want this video to be too long. It gets a 5 for cost, pretty affordable. A 1 for floor because you're not really guaranteed any like decent hit. A ceiling of a 2 unless it's like a really good rookie class. There's not really a ton of huge cards to get out of here. The design, I'm not crazy about. They basically copy and paste the design every year. It's not great. The market demand, CHL cards don't have a great market demand, and the total score for this product is 10. Next up at number 25, our second lowest product is going to be MVP with a cost score of 5, a floor score of 2, a ceiling of 2, a design of 1, and a market demand of 1, bringing this total score to 11. Never really been a huge fan of MVP, and that shows. Up next at number 24 is going to be the AHL Hobby Box. Now, the AHL Hobby Box is very affordable for a cost score of 5, a floor of 1. You're not really guaranteed a whole lot. A ceiling of 2. You can get some stuff, but nothing crazy, really. Design of 1. Never really been a big fan of the design. Market demand of 2 for a total score of 11. Up next at number 23 is going to be Artifacts. Now, Artifacts, I've never really been a huge fan of. I know some people love it. Has a cost score of 3 because it is pretty expensive for what it is. Floor of 1, a ceiling of 3. That ceiling should maybe even be a little higher, maybe a 4. Design of 2, and a market demand of 2 for another total score of 11. Up next, number 22 is actually going to be a product I think is very similar to Artifacts. It's Credentials, and it actually has the exact same score. A 3 for cost, a 1 for floor, a 3 for ceiling, a 2 for design, and a 2 for market demand for a total score of 11. I think they're very similar in the fact that you can get some nice hits, but you're not guaranteed an auto, and it's pretty expensive for what it is. Not a huge fan of Credentials either. Up next at number 21 is a product that's just really fallen off a cliff over the last couple of years. It's going to be SP Game Use at a cost score of 3, a floor of 1, a ceiling of 4, a design of 2, and a market demand of 2 for a total score of 12. I really liked SP Game Use, but lately it's been not great at all. Now, this right here is why I think this scale is not perfect, because if you had to ask me what I think the worst product is in hockey, I would say Synergy. I'm sure a lot of you would as well, but it comes here at number 20 with a cost score of 4, a floor score of 1, a ceiling of 3, a design of 3, and I think the design of these cards is actually pretty cool. I actually like a lot of the inserts, and a market demand of 1 for a total score of 12, so it ranks a little higher than I would have put it, but it's still pretty low on the list. Up next on the list at number 19 is going to be Trilogy with a cost score of 3, a floor of 3 because you are guaranteed an auto, a ceiling of 3, a design of 2, and a market demand score of 2 for a total score of 13. Up next at number 18 is going to be Black Diamond. Now, you can see by my cost score of 1, I'm not really a huge fan of this product. I think the cost of the product combined with the floor potential, the floor score of 1 is just not great with Black Diamond. A ceiling score of 5, though, it can get some nice cards with the diamond cards. A design of 3, a market demand of 3 for a total score of 13. Up next at number 17 is going to be SPX. SPX I've never been a huge fan of, but it comes with a cost score of 3, a floor score of 2, a ceiling of 3, a design of 2, and a market demand of 3 because those Shadow Box rookies do have a decent market demand for a total score of 13. Up next at number 16 is going to be one of my most underrated products in hockey cards, in my opinion. I think the cost score of 4 with the floor score of 3 is just a very good combination for how affordable this product is, and you're guaranteed an auto. I actually really like Allure, but unfortunately it does have a ceiling score of 2, a design score of 3, and a market demand of 2. Not a ton of market demand for Allure cards out there for a total score of 14. Up next at number 15 is going to be Stature. There's some things I like about Stature, some things I don't like. Some things I like, the cost score 3 for this product is decent. The floor score of 3, the ceiling of 3, just a very middle product for me. But the design of 2, I'm not crazy on the design of Stature, and a market demand of 3 brings this total score to 14, another product. That's just all right. Next up, 14 is another high-end product. It is Premier. Definitely the second most expensive box in hockey with a cost score of 1. A floor of 2 based on the cost. You are guaranteed some good cards in here, but compared to the cost, the floor isn't great. A ceiling of 5, you can hit some absolute bangers out of Premier. Design of 3, a market demand of 3 for another total score of 14. With product number 13, I'm going to break the rules over a little bit. I know Star Rookies is technically a retail product, but you get a 1 in 20 chance of pulling an auto. I was 50 on 50 whether or not to include it because it is technically a retail product. I decided to include it, getting a cost score of 5 because they're dirt cheap, a floor of 3, a ceiling of 3, a design of 3, and a market demand of 1 for a total score of 15. I'm not sure if I should have included it. I decided to include it because it's better to include it than leave it off and have people get upset about it. I don't know. I decided to include it. At number 12 here, we're going to have Metal Universe. Metal Universe has kind of fallen off a cliff in the last couple of years with a cost score of 3, a floor of 2, a ceiling of 5 because you can hit some banging PMGs, a design of 2, and a market demand of 3 for another total score of 15. Coming in at number 11 is going to be a product that's been growing on me. It is Ice with a cost score of 3, a floor score of 1 because there's a chance you get 0 card value out of these boxes, a ceiling of 5 because you can hit insane, exquisite patch autos, design of 3, a market demand of 3 for another total score of 15. When I made this list, I was originally surprised to see Clear Cut made it so high up on this list at number 10, basically because I would never open up Clear Cut, but it does have a cost score of 3 because it's relatively not expensive, but a floor of 1, you can get an absolute dud, but a ceiling of 5 because you could pull like a Gretzky auto and get a sweet Clear Cut, and I really like the design of Clear Cut, so it also gets a design of 4, a market demand of 3 for a total score of 16. Next at number 9 on this list is one of my personal favorite products. It's World Juniors Canada. Now, if you're not from Canada, you don't really have a reason to purchase this box, but I'm from Canada. I really love these cards. Cost score of 2 because recently they have been more expensive because of Bedard. It does depend on the year though. A floor score of 4, a ceiling of 3, design of 5. I love the design of these cards. A market demand of 2 because it is basically just Canada, and for a total score of 16. Up next at number 8 is going to be Ultimate with a cost score of 2, a floor of 2 based on that cost score, a ceiling of 5 because you can pull absolute bangers out of here, a design of 5. Ultimate actually has some of my favorite designs in hockey cards, a market demand of 3 for a total score of 17. Before we get into number 7 on this list, I want you guys to go on ahead to the comment section and comment down below what you think the number 1 product on this list is going to be, and then you can see if you're right at the end. At number 7, we have Extended Series here with a cost score of 4, a floor of 4 because you're also really guaranteed Young Guns and some inserts, a ceiling of 2. You're not going to get a huge card out of Extended most of the time. Design of 4. I like the design of Extended. A market demand of 4 for a total score of 18. Up next at number 6 is going to be the top of the line product. It's going to be the cup with a cost score of 1 because it's insanely expensive. A floor of 2, that's relative to the cost. You're not guaranteed to even come close to making your money back. A ceiling score of 5, you can pull some of the best cards in hockey out of this product. A design of 5, I love the cup RPA design. Absolutely love that. Market demand of 5, some of the most sought out cards in hockey. And yeah, cup comes in with a score of 18. Up next at number 5 is by far my favorite product on the low end side of things. It is OPC with a cost score of 5, a floor of 5. You're guaranteed to get some nice cards out of OPC, a ceiling of 3, a design of 3, and a market demand of 3 for a total score of 19. Up next at number 4 is kind of the complete opposite of OPC. It is SPI Authentic with a cost score of 2, a floor of 2, a ceiling of 5. You can hit some sweet Future Watch autos out of SPA. A design of 5. I really love the design of the base Future Watch autos. Don't love how they're doing the retro stuff now. Market demand of 5. These will always be sought after for another total score of 19. Coming down to it at number 3 on this list is actually going to be OPC Platinum with a cost score of 2, a floor of 4 because you're guaranteed all those numbered cards and an auto, a ceiling of 5 because you can pull some sick low numbered autos here at OPC Platinum, a design of 4. I really like the design of Platinum, a market demand of 4 for another total score of 19, and now we're down to the top 2. Finally, here I've decided to combine number 1 and number 2 because they're pretty much the same product and they have the exact same score across the board. It is Series 1 and Series 2. By far, if you followed the channel for a while, this is by far my go-to product, Series 1 and Series 2. With a cost score of 4, very affordable. A floor of 5, you get those 6 Young Guns. They're all have some sort of value. A ceiling of 3, you're not going to pull an insane card typically out of Series 1 and Series 2. Design of 4, classic design with Series 1 and Series 2. Market demand of 5, one of the most collected products for a total score of 21. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like, make sure you subscribe, and comment down below if you disagreed with any of this, if you hated this. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Take care.